So if the Washington Commanders want to take that next step next year, which is to go to the Super Bowl and win it, they're going to have a banger offseason. We know that. And when it comes to having a really good offseason, you have to put on a priority list. I think the Washington Commanders has a good idea of what they want to do this offseason to take that next step, because they know they were so close to winning the Super Bowl and going to the first Super Bowl since 1991. I expect the Washington Commanders to draft well and bring in free agents that are going to help push us over the top and even make key trades for star players this offseason. But one thing that I think the Washington Commanders should do that hasn't really been getting a lot of attention is extend their own players first. Adam Peters strikes me as a guy that goes by that exact thought process. Yeah, I want to bring in free agents. Yeah, I want to trade for the star players, but I have to take care of my own first. And I'm bringing that up because I think the Washington Commanders need to extend a star wide receiver Terry Mclaurin, who's coming off of his best year since entering the league. Not only does Terry Mclaurin deserve another contract extension, but it helps out Washington financially this offseason if they plan on making any kind of move. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody. We're going to run and put our bodies on people in a violent manner.
I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's long.
You know what time it is. It's time to come out.
I love the way she move it, shake it on me.
What's good, y'all? It's your man Juangotti here. Before we get into today's video, I want to ask you guys to do me a favor and subscribe to my fitness channel, as I'm documenting my journey from fed to fit. Link down below in the description. Man, oh man, does time fly or what? Doesn't it seem just like yesterday Terry Mclaurin was getting that contract extension, and now he's headed into that final year of that deal and is going to be due for a contract extension yet again very soon? It's just crazy, man. Where did time go? You can honestly make a whole hour-long video talking about all the great things and how much Terry Mclaurin means to this organization. It was at a time and point where he was the face of our franchise and the only bright spot that we had on this team. When it comes to constructing a roster and you like, man, I wish I could have 53 players like this one dude, that's Terry Mclaurin. I'm pretty sure there's teams out there that wish they could have 53 Terry Mclaurin mindsets, because he's just different. Over the years, Terry Mclaurin has established himself as one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, even when he had to deal with countless turmoil at the quarterback position. Terry never complained. He showed up like a true professional that he is and went to work every single day, whether it was Taylor Heineke, Garrett Gilbert, Kyle Allen, Colt McCoy, may God rest his soul, Dwayne Haskins. Terry Mclaurin just showed up and balled out. And being that kind of humble player and having that mindset that Terry Mclaurin has is a big reason why the success on the field shows. He's had 5 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, and this past year having one of the, if not the best year of his career. I remember before the season started, a lot of people was questioning, was Terry Mclaurin a true wide receiver one? Well, him and Jaden Daniels put that to bed early, as they hit the ground running early and didn't stop the whole entire season. Their connection was just immediately there, and it was pure, and it's still crazy to this day. I look back on a lot of the misses that they had. It could have been way better than what it actually was. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and you can agree or disagree with me in the comment section, but Terry Mclaurin is definitely the best contested catch wide receiver in the NFL, especially not being a 6'5" receiver. It is incredibly impressive how this guy always finds a way to come down with contested catches. Terry Mclaurin had 13 touchdowns this past year, which is a franchise record for over 1,000 receiving yards and 82 receptions. And once again, as I mentioned, they missed on a lot this year, so he's only going to be better moving forward. Terry Mclaurin deserves yet another contract extension, and if I'm Washington, I'm putting that on my priority list this offseason. Not just to do right by Terry, but really because I have an idea of turning this roster into a Super Bowl winning roster this offseason, so I'm going to allow us extending Terry to free up more money and cap space so we can use it elsewhere this offseason. Again, it just makes too much sense. Now, I did did recently just make a video on 5 scenarios that can give Washington Commanders extra salary cap, so check that out. And in that video, I talked specifically about extending Terry McLaurin. So this expert is from Rigo's Rags again. Extending Terry McLaurin can save the Washington Commanders $14.3 million. Terry McLaurin thrived this season. Nobody deserves a franchise caliber presence under center more than the wide receiver, who stayed professional and put up outstanding numbers despite the constant stem of failed trades, free agent signings, and draft picks at football's most important position. McLaurin and Jaden Daniels hit it off immediately. The pass catcher challenged his rookie quarterback and vice versa. They were nothing short of phenomenal throughout the campaign, which resulted in the former third-round pick out of Ohio State securing Pro Bowl and second-team All-Pro honors along the way. McLaurin's influence off the field as a locker room alpha only lends further weight to his extension chances, something that could also save Commanders around $14.3 million on their salary cap in 2025 based on projections. And that's the thing about Terry McLaurin. Although he is pushing 30 and he'll be that age around the second, third week of the regular season coming up, he has a game that ages very, very well. Terry McLaurin was never just this speedster guy or this athletically gifted guy, so it's not like over the time he's going to slow down and age is going to start to creep. No, he has a game again that can play well off into his mid-30s. Spot Track took a swing at the projection of what Terry McLaurin's contract could be, and they placed it at $27.6 million a season, putting it roughly over $82 million throughout a 3-year deal. That puts him 9th amongst all wide receivers and 36th amongst the whole entire NFL. Now, I could just be wrong and be a pure homer, but I don't see Terry McLaurin requiring that much money for his third contract. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure he wants as much money as possible, but if they propose Terry McLaurin with a fair contract that's going to allow them to do other things, I'm sure he's going to take that. And I'm sure if you ask Terry McLaurin at the stage of his career he's at now, what's most important to him, he's going to tell you winning Super Bowls and not the money. So it's not to say that I don't think Washington would pay him a contract worth up to $80 million, but I think Terry McLaurin himself doesn't really necessarily need that right now. I think a simple deal that is going to work for both sides to where Terry's getting paid, but it's going to also allow us to not be on the books a lot for him and allow us to spread the money out to other players that we want to bring in. I think that'd be more feasible. And Terry McLaurin again came into the league at 24, 25 years old, so he has a lot of tread left on the tires, so he can go into this contract, which essentially makes him a Washington Commander for life, man. So I think this is a priority that the Washington Commanders need to tend to this offseason. Not only does Terry McLaurin deserve it, but again, it financially helps Washington get around $14 million extra in cap space, so that can help you bring in that wide receiver 2 alongside Terry McLaurin, because we know we need more help alongside 1-7 if we want this team to go to the next level. Offensively, defensive help as well, and you can even say offensive line. So it's a lot of holes that need to be filled to be better, and you can start by extending wide receiver Terry McLaurin to help you get a little bit more money to spend this offseason. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below in the comments section. Do you think the Washington Commanders should extend Terry McLaurin? Do you think this is the right thing they should do? If so, leave it down below in the comments section. If not, let me know why you don't think that is. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. On the road to 9,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. You have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy out there. Peace.